Hey, I'm Hunt, and this is Hunt on LSU, your channel for LSU Fighting Tiger football talk. Enjoy the video. We want you to leave a comment below, hit that like button, and subscribe right below the video. Enjoy. That's our guy from Go 24/7, senior writer over there, is with us every Tuesday. Joins us now on the Gym's Firearms Hotline. Glenn, how are you?
Oh, I'm doing okay, Hunt. How about yourself?
I'm doing all right. Not a lot of sunshine and roses to be pumped today, but that's all right. We'll find a way. Look, let's talk baseball at the end. I want to start with football. You were able to go out and check out practice a couple times since we last spoke. Anything that has caught your eye that we can maybe pick at?
Nothing really has caught the eye. I mean, we've had a couple of 20-minute sessions over the last week or so. I would say probably just the consistency and kind of the rotations they've been running out offensively. It's pretty much stuck with Kyron Lacey, Chris Hilton, Aaron Anderson as your first team receivers, Josh Williams as your first team running back, and Mason Taylor as your first team tight end. So that's been a pretty consistent rotation. We had a chance to talk with Joe Sloan today, the offensive coordinator for LSU, and he raved about just the steps that a lot of these guys have taken this year, particularly somebody like Kyron, who got to watch Malik and Brian Thomas these last couple of years really ascend, in their games, and I think he expects Kyron to take not, I wouldn't say maybe as big a leap, but definitely a leap here to where he can be a formidable wide receiver one kind of player for LSU in the SEC next year.
What are your expectations for Aaron Anderson?
Yeah, he's definitely going to be in that kind of grouping of slot receivers, guys that they want to get the ball to and in space and let him make some plays. Joe Sloan today kind of lumped Anderson and Kyle Parker and Xavion Thomas all into the kind of the same grouping of guys that they really want to get the ball to in terms of like screens and just different ways they're going to be able to kind of utilize their speed offensively. One of the things that I think Anderson kind of has to prove to a lot of folks is just that he can stay on the field, that he can be healthy, that he can also be able to kind of learn this offense. I think there were some times last year where maybe he struggled to see the field early in the season because he was still trying to pick things up. And obviously when you have a group like Neighbors and Thomas and Lacey that really kind of established themselves as the top three guys, there really wasn't a whole lot of opportunity, I think, as the season wore on for Anderson. So this is his big off season, I think, for him as he's had in college. And it'll be very interesting to see kind of where he factors in. But I definitely feel like he's kind of pegged for that slot role. Maybe he can factor in on special teams, but he's been a very consistent, part of the first team offense here so far this spring.
Are there any catches available for Shelton Samson?
Well, funny you mentioned him. I mean, Shelton Samson was not asked about by Joe Sloan. Was not asked about to Joe Sloan today, and kind of the last quote that Joe Sloan gave to us was about Shelton Samson and about some of the big plays he's been making here recently in the last week or two, and they feel like maybe he's starting to take a little bit of a turn.
We lose Glenn. I think we lost Glenn there. We dropped. Just talking about Shelton Samson. That's good news, though, to hear that Shelton Samson. Oh, there he is. Glenn, we lost you for a second there, but we got you back.
Oh, my bad. Yeah. I mean, he's they really like Shelton. I mean, we were talking with Joe Sloan today, and we didn't even get a chance to bring him up, but Joe Sloan kind of did at the very end, at the tail end of his press conference. So, and he talked about some of the big catches that Shelton's been making the last week or two. They feel like he may be turning a corner. So, definitely somebody to keep an eye on, as spring kind of winds down here over the next couple weeks. But he's been pretty consistently in that second, third team grouping that we've been able to see at practice so far.
On the defensive side of things, Jordan Gilbert, how has he assimilated coming over from Texas A&M?
Yeah, he's been really good. I mean, he's, I think, going to be one of your two deep safeties next to Sage Ryan. It really looks like they've kind of pegged Major Burns in that star role closer to the line of scrimmage, where he can, you'd hope make some tackles and make some big plays for you around the line of scrimmage. But Gilbert's been a very long, athletic, he's a lot bigger when you watch him just in practice and you're up close and personal with him and get to see him. He's really tall. He's really lengthy. Guy that I think has some really good speed to him as well. And so I think he's going to be a huge part of what they do defensively in that safety room. Sage Ryan's been making a ton of plays back there as well. I think they feel good about the safety spot right now and just kind of the guys that they're going to be rotating in and out. But I would keep an eye on somebody like Deshaun McBride. I think he's a true freshman that was one of the higher ranked signings out of the class. I think he's making some big early waves here in spring camp as well.
Where does Sage Ryan fit in? I realize he's going to play, but I mean, if you got Major Burns back there and Gilbert back there, like where's Sage? Where's his spot?
Yeah, so the way that they've kind of structured this thing up is, they've had two safeties that are deep in the deep part of the field, and it's been Gilbert and Ryan that have been the two deep safeties, at least from what we've seen in spring ball so far. They've had Major Burns playing this star role. It's kind of a mixture between like a hybrid, kind of nickel role and also a little bit of kind of what Harold was doing last year at the Sam linebacker position. So they've got Major Burns closer to the line of scrimmage, which was something that I know that Brian Kelly wanted to try to do last year. But they've had Sage back there with Jordan as kind of the two deep safeties.
Hey, thanks for watching Hunt on LSU. Before you get out of here, do us a couple of favors. Hit that like button, leave your comments below, and subscribe to the channel for all your Fighting Tiger football talk. See you next time.